Welcome and thank you for joining me for this YouTube workout. Today we are doing a beginner reformer workout and I'm using the Balance Body equipment. So I'll be giving you the springs and then we'll put up on the screen the springs I'm using for Balance Body and what I recommend for the Stop Pilates reformer as well. So I have 3 red springs on. We're going to go through some basic exercises and get a nice full body workout in. Let's come down for some footwork. So come onto the carriage. Take your feet on the foot bar. We're going to go toes apart, heels together with the balls of the feet on. Your knees will be about shoulder distance apart. And then rest your arms by your sides. And just take a deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale like you're blowing through a straw. Keep that breath pattern going as we go through the workout. I want you to inhale. And then as you exhale, press the carriage out and come back in. So your heels are going to press together the whole time. That's going to help you get a good connection in the inner thighs and the posterior hamstrings and glutes a little bit. And you just keep a nice fluid movement. Exhale back, inhale to return. Shoulders should be relaxed, rib cage relaxed, and you want to keep your pelvis level. So that means that you're not letting it tip forward or back or side to side. The goal of this exercise is to move the hip joint, the knee joint, even the ankle joint a little bit, but not the pelvis or the spine. So you do that by keeping the abdominals nice and engaged, pulling them in on all sides. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Nice. Now come on in and then take your feet together and wrap your toes over the bar. And then press out and come in. That's it. And same thing. We're exhaling to press out, inhaling to return. Just feel those legs start to warm up. The point of footwork is to work the little muscles in the foot and ankle. We work in bare feet. We put our feet in different positions. And it's also to warm up the bigger muscles, the muscles in the legs, the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, and the calves. It's a great warm-up. Let's do 2 more. Exhale out. Inhale to return, controlling that carriage on the way in. And come on in. Let's go on to heels now. So legs still together, heels right in the center of the bar. Press out and return. As you're pressing through, I want you to feel that you're pressing into the center of the heels. You're not kind of rolling your foot out or in. You feel the pressure right in the center of that heel on each side. And you're straightening your legs all the way without snapping them at the end or locking them or bouncing off the end of the stopper when you return the carriage. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come on in and let's switch again. This time we go onto your tippy toes. So you're going to be at the end of the ball of the foot with your heels lifted and then press out. Now you're going to feel more calf work and definitely more quad work here as well. Pushing out, trying to keep those heels lifted the whole time.
Hey guys, before we continue the workout, I just want to tell you about Garey TV. On Garey TV, you'll see workouts like this without any ads or any interruptions. We have literally thousands of workouts on Garey TV. We've got mat workouts, reformer workouts, all kinds of workouts. And we have lots of different subscriptions so you can find the one that's perfect for you. If you check out our link above, you'll see that your subscription is 50% off your first month. I hope you'll join me over on Garey TV, and now let's get back to work.
Exhale away, inhale to come back in. Think of the inner thighs drawing toward each other, the glutes drawing toward each other, so you have a really strong center here from your hips, and then of course the abs are still drawing in right to your ribs. This is your powerhouse. 2 more. Now on this one, we're going to stay out there. And I want you to lower the heels under the bar and then pick them back up. Exhale as you lower. Inhale as you pick them back up. Now pay attention to where the weight is on the ball of the foot. We want the weight to be right in the center of the ball of the foot as we go down and as we come up. So again, like I mentioned before, you're kind of not rolling to the outside of the baby toe or to the big toe. I almost called it the thumb. Keep it centered in the center of the ball of the foot. And you should be able to feel the burn. I know I can feel it right now. Let's do 2 more. Keep the breath flowing. 1 more. Come up, bend the knees, and come in. All right, this is my favorite thing to do after that. It's second position. So heels on the outside of the bar. Press out, legs turned out. You want your knees to track right over the center of your feet. And we have that nice breath pattern going still. You're exhaling on the way out, inhaling to return. If you're not doing that breath pattern, that's okay. As long as you're not holding your breath, we're good. But in the beginning, it's sometimes helpful to exhale on the exertion part. In Pilates, that breathing will change as you progress. But for right now, in this beginner stage, we'll use our exhale to press and inhale to return. We can do 3 more. Come on, 3 and 2 and 1, and come all the way back in. All right, we're going to change our springs here. I'm going to go to 2 red or 2 heavy springs. Come back down, and we're going to do some hands and straps, kind of pulling the carriage back with our arms now. This is referred to as the mid-back series, and we're going to do a couple different things here. So first, bring your legs into tabletop. Then straps in your hands. Notice I scooted a little bit away from the shoulder rest so I have some room for my shoulders to move. And then the hands are in the straps. You can have blades, fingers long, or you can wrap your hands, as long as your wrist is nice and long. Pull down and come back up. Exhale to pull. Inhale to come back up. The goal here is, again, to keep your spine still and not moving as you're moving from the shoulder. So what you want to watch for is the rib cage lifting up as you lift the arms back up. So you want those ribs to be heavy on the carriage. We're exhaling as we pull. We're inhaling to return. Now let's add. So we're going to pull the arms down and you're going to fold up. So it's similar to like a crunch in fitness, except we're paying a lot more attention to what's happening in the body. You're flexing your spine on the upper part, but your lower part of the spine is staying still. So you're not curling the tailbone back. You're keeping that bone between your 2 glutes, the sacrum, nice and heavy. Your eye level is dropping down the horizon as you come up. And you're thinking of pulling with your abs to pull your ribs toward your hips as much as you are pulling your arms down. 4 more. And 3. We got it. Come on. And exhale up. 2. And 1 more time. Pull up. And come back down. We're just going to open the arms now to the sides. And then pull to your hips. And come back out. Exhale, pull. So if you think about it, this is kind of the easy version of the iron cross that gymnasts do on the rings, right? They're supporting their whole body weight. We've just got 2 red springs on. There's a big difference. But we're working the same muscles. Pull and return. Let's do 5 more. 5. Keep the wrist nice and long. 4. And exhale. 3. And 2. And 1. All right, and come back in. We can keep the springs the same. We're going to keep them at that 2 red. And I'm going to take the straps and place them on my feet, like so. And I'm going to bring my legs into tabletop again. Let's keep them together and press out and come back in. Press away. When you're first in the straps, this can feel really wobbly. So I want you to bring your focus, if this is, well, wherever you are really in your practice, keep your focus on your center as your legs do that movement. Same thing we thought about in the footwork. We want to keep the pelvis from moving. We don't want it rolling back as we bring the legs in, and we don't want to let the back arch as you reach away. You want to keep it, the spine, nice and lengthened, and in what we commonly refer to as neutral. So that means that you have a little space between the spine at the lumbar section and the carriage. 2 more. 1 more. Now this might be my favorite. We're going to lift and lower. Just lift up and then lower back down. It feels so good. And exhale down. It's a really nice stretch through the hamstrings. So if you sit for long periods of day, a lot of times you're tighter in the hips, especially the hamstrings and the hip flexors. So this is a really good one with straight legs. First you lengthen, and then pulling down you tighten. Inhale up, and exhale down. Let's just do 4 more here. Lifting and lowering. 3, up and down. Really think about sinking the tailbone into the carriage. 1 more. We're going to keep the movement, but we're going to add. So we're going to come up, and then we're going to open the legs and circle around. Now I'm going to keep my legs parallel, which means I'm not rotating at the hip joint. I'm not turning the legs out as I circle. So it's not going to be as big of a circle as I could make if I did turn my legs out. And down. It's kind of a medium circle. So you're going to go as wide as you can with your legs without letting the legs rotate out. 3 more. Exhale down. Inhale as the legs come up. 2. And 1 more time. Beautiful. Bring it up. Bend the knees. Let's take the straps off. Reach for that foot bar. Bring the carriage home. Come on up. Now we're going to mobilize the spine a little bit. So I'm going to change my springs here to 1 red or 1 heavy. And I'm coming onto the carriage. Now, if you have really tight hamstrings, you can kind of sit up on a platform if you've got it. You're going to be rolling back, so make sure you have some room behind you. Some people prefer to put their legs on the outside of the shoulder rest, especially if you're tight on the inner thigh. If not, you can cross them over or just put them side by side if they'll fit that way. Again, make sure you've got room behind you because we're going to roll down. Hold straps in your hands. Sit up tall, breathe in. Then on your exhale, you roll back. You actually sink back using your glutes, using your abs, and pulling the straps toward your chest with your biceps. Now then, take that shape and just fold over your legs. And now stack the spine from tail to head. So it's a variation on rowing. Exhale, roll down. Breathe in here. Now exhale, roll forward, head down. Start to stack up, and your head is the last thing to come up. So you're pulling your hands toward you as you use your glutes and abs to get that nice tight C curve. Then fold forward, stack up, releasing the arms forward. And again, exhale down, inhale, stay. Exhale, flex over the legs, and then stack up. Can you feel that stretch in the back and the abs working, especially when you're down here, right? You're in control. Legs shouldn't be lifting. Come over and up. If the legs are lifting, you might be trying to go too far. Roll back, scoop through the bellies, curl the tailbone under, then take that whole shape forward and stack up. Let's do it 2 more times. Exhale, roll back. Breathe in to stay. Then exhale, fold forward in that shape, and then come back up. Last time, roll back, fold forward, and stack back up to the top. Let's turn and face the side, and we're going to do side twist. So I'm sitting on the carriage with my legs folded. I'm still using the 1 red, 1 heavy spring. and I'm going to grab the strap with the hand closest to it. I put my other hand over it, and I'm going to turn so that my sternum is right in line with my hands. I'm going to rotate the ribs, bringing my arms with me. So we're working the obliques here. We're going to exhale to turn, inhale to come back. Want to make it a little easier? Having a hard time? Then just bring the straps closer like this. Want to make it a little harder? Move the straps away so the lever is longer. Let's do 5 more. 5 and back. 4. Think of spiraling up here. 3. And keeping your weight even on your seat. So both same amount of weight on each sit bone. And all the way back. All right, we're going to do that facing the other way. Let's turn around. Grab the strap and the hand closest to it. Put the other hand over it. Turn your ribs so that your sternum lines up with your hands. Rotate, exhale. Inhale, come back. Nice lengthened spine here. Turning and coming back. Remember, the pull comes from your obliques. Your arms are coming with you and they're staying in that same shape. Your ribs are turning so that you're working the right muscles. You're not just pulling with your arms. We've got 4 more. And come back. Rotate 3. And back. 2. And 1 more time. And return all the way. All right, let's turn to the front. And you can either keep your legs folded like this, or you can stretch them out in front of you if you prefer that. But we want to get against the shoulder rest and sit up tall. We're just going to reach forward here. So you're going to, palms are up, you're going to reach out and then come back in. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, return. You got it? Reach. And come in. So now we're working biceps, triceps, the front of your shoulder, and your pecs. 4 more. And 3. 2. Now we're going to go into open and close. So offering. You're going to reach out. You're going to open the arms to the side. You feel that stretch in the pecs and the front of the shoulder? Come back till your hands are in front of your shoulders and then drop the elbows behind you. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And inhale, come back in. Reach forward. Reach out. Come back and return. Should feel good. Stretch. And open. Close. And come in. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of spine extension. I'm going to change my springs here from one red to a red and a blue. So a heavy and a light. And this is it's a modification of a more intermediate level exercise called the down stretch. But we're going to do a beginner version of it. Put your feet against the shoulder rest and kneel on the carrot. Bring your seat back toward your feet, but not on. Hands are resting on the foot bar and round your spine. I want you to lengthen your spine from tail to head, and you're going to go right into your extended position, and then you're going to flex, just like that. So the carriage moves because I'm moving my spine, not because I'm pushing with my legs. I lengthen back, extend, and come back in. It's similar to a cat stretch, right? But here we have that moving carriage underneath us, which makes this really dynamic. Lengthen, shoulders open, and extend. Your head reacts to your spine. So as you reach the tailbone back and extend your spine, you lift the head. And as you pull the tailbone under, you drop your head. And come back. Now, we're going to add. So you're going to lengthen, just like we did. Then you're going to push your legs out. And let your hips sink, but shoulders open. And then just pull back in to the start position, rounded. So first we lengthen our spine, then we press the legs out, lowering the hips. Bring the knees underneath you and curl the tailbone under. Here we go. Exhale, lengthen the spine. Inhale, and you're going to extend. It should feel really, really good. And then knees come in. You want to support this with your abs, so you're not just collapsing when you push the carriage out. You're not just collapsing down. You're actually lowering down with control. And then coming back in. One more time. Lengthen. And open up. And then come all the way back in. Let's keep the springs the same, and we're going to do a variation of single thigh stretch. So what I'm going to do is come into a lunge. I put my back foot against the shoulder rest, and my front foot is on the ground next to the front of the reformer. Hands on the foot bar. I'm going to sink and press back. Come forward, still sinking, and rise up. The push is with my feet. I sink down, knees right over the center of the foot. I push my feet away from each other. And you'll feel that you get more in that stretch in the hip flexor and in the hamstring on the front leg, hip flexor on the back leg. All right, 2 more. Down, keep the breath flowing. Exhale, press back. Inhale, forward and up. 1 more. Sink, press back. Come forward and up. All right, let's go to the other side. Back foot against the shoulder rest, front foot on the floor, knee down. Sink first, and then press. Come forward and rise up. Doesn't that feel awesome? Sink and press back. Forward and up. We exhale as we go down and back. Push with your feet. Remember, inhale as you come forward and up. 2 more. Sink and push back. Come forward and up. Last time. Make it a good one. Sink down. Press back. Feel that beautiful stretch there. Come forward and rise up. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for this beginner reformer workout. I hope that you'll check out John Garey TV if you're not already a subscriber there and see the thousands of workouts that you can do without any ads or interruptions. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and I'll see you again next time. Bye, everybody. Hey everybody, thank you so much for working out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed that workout. And if you did, I hope that you will join us over on John Garey TV. John Garey TV has over 1,000 workouts that include reformer, Pilates mat, and fitness. We are your at-home Pilates and Fitness Studio. Right now, if you sign up, you'll get 50% off your first month. And it doesn't matter if you don't have a reformer. If you've got a mat, you can have a mat membership. If you've got some fitness gear, you can have a mat and fitness membership. Or if you've got a reformer, you can have an all-access membership. We've got you covered. So I hope you'll join us over on johngareytv.com today.